Alright you lot, welcome to Gaming Hellwire. On his show where AAA publishers come to get buried under their own patch notes. Here's what's cooking in fires today. Call of Duty Zombies, Art of Treyarch. Hardcover, $50 actual dollars. That's headline. That's joke. That's problem. Apparently in 2026, Treyarch and Activision think it's perfectly sane to drop a collectible art book that opens mystery box, COD Zombies Legacy. Oh good. Maybe inside we'll find dignity at franchise lost back in Black Ops 4. You'll get never before seen concept art, which probably means upscaled AI vomit with extra fingers, and exclusive developer interviews, which is code for these devs no longer work here and this is the only way they get to speak. Remember, Zombies started as a bloody Easter egg. A laugh. Now it's a museum piece, being sold back to you like it's Mona Lisa with ray guns. And who's writing this undead love letter? James Asmus. Comic book veteran, yeah, but man who once mashed up Transformers and My Little Pony. That's Tone. That's who's driving. You reckon he's capturing nihilistic magic and Nakdarun or do you think he's polishing a corpse for a funeral Activision already scheduled? If you've got 50 quid burning a hole in your wallet, maybe, just maybe, consider spending it on a game that isn't embalmed and on display in hardcover. Moving on, Battlefield 6 gave players Portal mode, beautiful chaotic sandbox where dreams were built, and now dismantled by copyright laws and Armani suits. This week, some Portal creators got slapped with an EA warning for inappropriate third-party product references. Translation? You remade a COD map, didn't you? Specifically Shipment. You dared to have fun. Naughty child. Timing's no accident. Battlefield 6 launches strong, finally shakes off stench at 2042, and people start rebuilding COD experiences they actually liked. Fast, dirty, functional. And Activision saw it all and went, "Oi, that's our recycled content." This is part where everyone pretends to be shocked. But come on, Activision's been on its redemption arc lately, pretending to listen to fans, rehiring old teams, and teasing classic maps in Black Ops 7. You think they're going to let Battlefield show them up with versions of maps that actually run smooth? This is corporate pettiness at its peak. You finally give players power and first thing they do is build something better than what billion-dollar studios gave them last year. And that, my friends, is when cease and desist fly past the new with akimbo shotguns. Welcome to future, where creativity dies in legal inboxes. And down they go. XP farms, bot grinders, dopamine laundromats. Battlefield 6 has full plug on weapon XP and challenge progress in Portal servers. That's right, no more boosting your M4 in a server full of NPCs named Jeff who stare at walls and die on command. Readboy called it, RIP bot XP servers. And honestly, it's a good thing, because Portal wasn't built to be a grind simulator for COD escapees. It was built for chaos, for mad lobbies, with dozen mates, not XP junkies farming attachments like its Tesco loyalty scheme for guns. But you could hear cries echoing across Reddit already. But how will I unlock my scope without real effort? I don't know, pal. Maybe play a game. Against humans, who actually fight back. This isn't some big moral victory. It's common bloody sense. Young players are sandbox and first thing summer and build is a treadmill. Night devs are going, right, enough of that. And sweatiest among us are acting like they've lost a family member. XP crowd can cry. Restaurants get servers filled with real players doing stupid stuff for fun again. This is what Portal were meant for, not spreadsheets. Next up, Ubisoft decided to play corporate Jenga again, this time with RedLynx, finished studio behind Trials. You know, that physics-based franchise where bikes fly, physics lie, and pain is progress. Yeah, them. They've been handed a restructuring proposal, which in Ubisoft speak is like hearing Reaper cough behind you. Up to 60 jobs are at risk, mostly in production and admin, as studio pivots away from multi-platform work and leans into mobile. Mobile, landfill of gaming innovation. RedLynx is getting redirected from making chaotic stunt bike joy to God knows what kind of soul-sucking ad farm mobile fluff. The set Snowdrop tech team is safe, probably cause someone in a suit said, "That's engine we can still market." But make no mistake, this is part of Ubisoft's grand retreat from risk. Console dev costs too much, players expect too much. Mobile? That's easy. Add timers, sell skips, squeeze wallets. This isn't about jobs, Though that's tragedy up front, it's about death of mid-tier creativity. Studios like RedLynx used to make weird, passionate, broken but fun games. Now they're being told to chase mobile metrics instead of player moments. Ubisoft didn't restructure it, it's amputated, and no one's bringing bandages. And speaking of, they've done it. Ubisoft has managed to lose yet another director on Splinter Cell Remake. It's like watching a relay race where no one grabs baton, and Sam Fisher has been standing there in shadows, goggles on, whispering, "Any day now," for 4 bloody years. How do we know? Job listing. They're advertising for a new game director to come in and define moment-to-moment gameplay. Read between lines, last one packed up, left a sticky note on the desk and said, "Good luck," and bailed. This remake were announced in 2021, we're now heading into 2026. They've got a Splinter Cell animated series out on Netflix, which most people skipped out of spite. An actual game is still missing a brain in control room. Ubisoft Toronto is now doing equivalent to rebooting project mid-development. And let's not kid ourselves, this remake is on life support. Studio keeps swapping out surgeons. At this rate, only thing getting remade is job listing. And honestly, who cares anymore? Ubisoft has burned so many bridges, even fans who want to care are too tired to bother. You don't own games you bought, you don't trust remakes to promise, and you don't believe Ike the Shovel. At this point, they should just sell IP. Let someone else resurrect Sam Fisher before he turns into a mobile-only NFT sidekick in Just Dance Tactical Edition. That's your daily dose of fire and failure. If your faith in gaming wants checking a 4, congratulations. You're now legally brainwashed. Like, subscribe and all that bollocks. Drop your comments and questions below, especially if you think recreating Shipment should be a war crime. And I'll see you next time, you magnificent